The Spring Festival peak travel season, or Chunyun, begins this year on the 26th of January 2024 and lasts all the way through to the 5th of March. And tomorrow, the very first tickets for the first day of Chunyun will go on sale. It's going to be quite a year for the railways. For 2019, the last pre-COVID year, we saw 410 million journeys made. Easily considered the most important travel season in China, Chunyun is when most Chinese return to their hometowns, often in towns and villages all over the country. For some, the journey might even be one across borders. In particular, some parts of China, such as the south, see very heavy demand for travel. The peak travel season lasts 15 days before the start of a Chinese New Year and 25 days after that. This year, Chinese National Railways face their first ever post-COVID Chunyun with no remnants of zero COVID, no COVID passes or tests, no threat of quarantine, and even the mask mandate has become a mere recommendation. Fully aware of very heavy demand, they've made changes to the China Railways 12306 ticketing system, because these days just about everyone buys their tickets online. Standby or waitlist ticketing has been improved. Previously, you could only make 2 such orders and choose 2 dates, one next to the other, as well as choose 5 trains and seats. In the improved waitlist ticketing system, you can now have 6 waitlist orders, with up to 9 riders per order. You can also choose any 3 days for travel, and make requests for a grand total of up to 60 trains. You can submit a waitlist ticketing order anytime before 20 minutes prior to the train's departure, an improvement over the previous 2-hour limit. Finally, the system will give you a better indication regarding chances your request will or won't be fulfilled. The biggest improvement is probably the new ticket rebook policy, to take effect from the 15th of January 2024. Under these new policies, you can now rebook to any train with tickets available for sale. A previous, somewhat confusing rule involving a 48-hour cutoff period prior to departures for rebooking to subsequent days has been discarded, although now there are rebook fees of 5 to 40%, especially if you rebook on short notice, and in particular if you've missed your train and want to travel the next day or later. Chinese National Railways, in its recent annual work conference, estimates for the whole of 2024 upwards of 3.855 billion passenger journeys to be made throughout the whole year. With Spring Festival extended officially by 1 day this year and unofficially by another, combined with 3 years under zero COVID and strict travel restrictions, the railways are expected to be very busy throughout January and February 2024. It appears then it will only be a matter of time before newer still records are set.